So guys, onto the bit that I'm sure most people want to tune in and see of the Tech Talk, which is the flying part, and certainly the part that we're happier doing. So you're going to start off with the DLE 61, correct?
This is a DLE 60.
Sorry.
61. And there have been several comments online about using the gyros or AS3X. So I have them turned off right now, so people can see, you know, that it's a good airplane.
Nice. It's a good idea.
Here we go.
Timer start.
So not short of power at all there. That was a more scalish. You didn't gun the throttle there, did you?
No, I didn't gun it.
What I'm really impressed with is how stable this thing is on the ground. Anyone that's had Pitt's time will attest to the fact that they can be squirrely on the ground, but this thing is planted.
Yeah, it plants nicely. It goes straight. Well, relatively straight unless there's wind or an old arthritic thumb.
And this is no gyro, just to make it clear.
This is no gyro on the airplane right now. I think you can see it's solid.
Yeah, I think there's a misconception. People don't understand how the gyros work, which I totally understand. I didn't at first. They're not a flight control system. They're a stability, and this has
fly the airplane. It just smooths things out.
Cool. What's really nice on this one as well, it never ceases to amaze me. This is the DLE 60, not the 61 as I keep calling it. Right. This is the 60 twin on stock mufflers, no canisters.
Right, and it's fairly quiet.
Yeah, the sound is not harsh at all.
No. Now we're flying no mixing in here because the airplane is fairly straight as designed. There's no mixing, and I wasn't touching the right stick. And very little rudder as well, holding the knife edge. Very little rudder. That's maybe third rudder there.
It's one of the things Pitts is famous for, is having lots of rudder authority, and you've actually increased the fin and rudder on this. So
exactly. So it's got a lot of authority, but there's very little coupling because of the changes we made in the tail.
Wonderful. And this flying, I'm looking at your throttle stick. You've not actually been much over 1/2 throttle throughout this whole little segment.
No, that's at about half right there.
And this is propped as per the instructions for the DLE 60.
This is a 22.8.
Okay, so not a screamy prop, not a particularly quiet prop. You could go either way on this if you wanted more.
It's right in the middle.
Awesome.
Right in the middle. And the ailerons, with 4 ailerons and 4 servos, they're very effective.
And that's not particularly fast in terms of forward speed, so it's not that the plane's going dead on exactly on half throttle.
Exactly on half throttle. Yeah.
Could you maybe show us the vertical potential with full throttle? So run in from there and then at the end pull up vertical for us?
Okay, I won't push to full throttle until I've got it vertical.
So easy to see there that it's a more than 1-to-1. That was already slowing down when you applied full power.
Yeah, it's more than 1-to-1, and it's easily unlimited vertical.
Timer stop.
And now, whilst we did say in the beginning of our Tech Talk that you didn't make this aeroplane specifically for 3D, that's not to say that you can't.
You can do a few things with it, yeah. I don't know if my old thumbs will allow this.
Yeah, they will. I've seen you prop hang also. I've seen you prop hang a Valiant, so.
Yeah. Well, the Valiant's really stable. But that's maybe half throttle.
You're just 1 notch over half stick right there.
Okay.
So, nice.
You can see.
Another thing that Pitts is really famous for are tumbles, snaps, launchbacks and so forth, all the high energy flicking maneuvers.
It's more like a scale launch there.
And that's no gyro.
There's no gyro.
Promise?
Yep.
Because it came out absolutely solid.
Yeah.
I suppose that's one of the virtues of being 18, 19 pounds. It's the inertia.
There's enough mass there.
But not so much inertia that it takes a while to come out. Look at that. That's literally turning itself inside out. Cool. Now, I know people are going to ask, because they seem to ask about all of our aircraft.
Yep.
We've got this lovely, just resurfaced Eli runway here. Yep. Is it only for hard surface use?
No, it works on hard surface and grass just fine.
Okay, maybe give us a demo of a touch and go or a full stop landing and takeoff, whichever you want. But yeah, our grass over that side of the runway is very lush at the moment. It's
Timer stop.
And everyone knows a scale pit's landing actually includes a few bounces, right?
Timer stop.
Nice, lovely wheelie landing.
Timer stop.
And that was no gyro.
And that was no grass either.
No, no grass. You wanted grass. I'm sorry.
It's all right, no worries.
We'll do grass. I prefer to do a 3-point on grass just to keep the tail locked down.
Okay, so you did a wheelie landing on the hard
On the
surface,
yeah.
but this one you're going to 3-point it.
If I can hit the grass, you know how my eyes are.
Timer start.
See, many Pizzes I've flown would have fallen out of the sky by now. That thing is rock solid, not dropping a wing, not even getting any signs. Look at that. Wow. That, to me, is a great example of how friendly that aeroplane is.
Yeah,
that was
very friendly. There's no work, no work to the landings.
awesome.
And grass takeoff, I don't know if that's been mowed. Yeah, it's just fine.
Nice. Yeah, I think I've got to get one of these into the fleet. Sato 61 twin with a smoke system is on the cards for me.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room to put a smoke tank in there. Where we made the cutout for the canisters,
Yep.
you could fit a smoke system in there, no problem.
Or even where the batteries are, you could have both fuel and smoke.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room there.
Awesome. That's what I love. For me, that's what I always think about when I see a Pitts, is them turning themselves inside out. And
Yeah, they could board around. Now I think everyone has probably seen enough of my old arthritic thumbs flying. They really need to see Mr. Machinchy fly this airplane.
I'd like to have a go. I wouldn't mind flying the electric one because there you go, there's a Pitts landing.
Yeah, there's a
beautiful. That makes me feel better. So guys, this is your personal mount, as it were, your favorite, right?
That's correct. This is the electric setup with the Rimfire 50cc, the 2010 and 12S. We actually have 5,000s in here right now. I didn't put the 7,000s in because I didn't have them charged.
So this is what, a 5-minute flight time?
5-minute flights.
Okay, that's about right. 1,000 milliamps per minute is what I generally tend to
Or
stick to.
the way you use the throttle, like a 30-second flight. No.
I haven't actually flown this one much, so I'm keen to have a go. I flew one of your early electric samples.
Right.
And the gas one is the one I played with on the video, so I'm very, very keen to see how the electric one performs in relation to the gas one I've just had a go with. So already I like it. It's smooth, it's clean, it's quiet.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a short field takeoff this time. The power is what?
The power should not be an issue. It should be greater than the gas.
Okay.
But it's more RPMs on a slightly smaller prop.
Okay.
The 2010.
So if I punch it, let's see. Something that Pitts is not renowned for is short field takeoff, so I won't try and timber the takeoff, but I'd like to see how much actual urge we have up front. So
oh, you've got plenty.
Look at that go. I already like it, Gaz.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of power.
Yeah, I believe it's a little more than the DLE 60.
Also, another thing I like, I think I'm going to get the sound that I really like off the Hangar. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it'll reverberate a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Look at that go.
Yeah.
That has a lot of power.
It's got a lot of go.
Doesn't feel any different on the sticks. I don't know if this is heavier or lighter than the gas one.
It's a little bit heavier than the gas one. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit.
Never ceases to amaze me. It always takes me a few rolls to get used to how little input this thing needs on the sides and inverted. It's very, very neutral. I'm over controlling it for most of the rolling maneuvers. Wow. I don't know whether it's the electric system making it more dramatic, but that really is a spectacular tumble.
got a little more pitch speed there with a tiny bit less thrust. So the velocity over the tail surfaces is going to make the tumble better.
And this is all the equipment standard in the manual, right? There's nothing different. This is a stock setup.
That's it. As a matter of fact, this is the exact airplane that was pictured in the manual. The manual was built with this was done with this airplane. I
remember now. Yeah, you got this back from the manual writer, and you had to assemble it quite quickly so we could have 2 aeroplanes in the video.
Exactly.
No, that's superb. I like this a lot. And it's nice because you don't have to fly it like an absolute animal all the time. You can, you know, pull the throttle back and it behaves more like a monoplane, you know, your friendly average monoplane than a flicky, tumbly Pitts.
Right, as you've said it a million times, it's a Pitts that doesn't fly like a Pitts, but it looks like a Pitts.
Yeah. Look how happy that is. Now, I've seen a few comments online drawing comparisons to this, rightly so, to the old Great Plains Pitts. Now, you worked with the Hobbico company which sold the Great Plains Pitts.
That's correct.
I didn't have any experience with them. I saw them, but I never actually flew one. What's the main differences, would you say, between this and the old GP Pitts?
Well, this is a larger airplane at equivalent, the same weight.
How much larger?
This is a 72-inch wing, or 71.6, I believe, whereas the Hobbico was 66 inches. And if you do the math with the wing area, it's about 20% more wing area. So
but the same weight?
It's a lot larger at the same weight.
And
this is also an S-2B, so it's a longer fuselage and it flies more straight.
Gotcha. Nice. I know I was,
that was nice.
Talking about it's not a 3D aeroplane, but this is stock control throws, so they're tamed down control throws, and look how solid that is in the Harrier.
Yeah.
Really not much work at all. And I've always noticed that biplanes seem to be really happy in the Harrier and the prop hang, so.
Very nice, Mr. Alley.
It's a cool plane, good fun.
When I develop something, I have more of an emotional attachment, so I don't push it as hard as you.
Totally get it. Yep, I can't do the stress testing on my own airplanes either. Somebody has to come along and do the hard flying for me.
It's very nice to see it flown like that. Oh, that's nice. Flat turn, inverted. Very good.
Again, no mixing at all.
No, there's no mixing in here whatsoever.
And I wish you could see a big video of my thumbs, although I got that bit wrong. There's very little dancing going on my aileron and elevator thumb to balance that throughout that whole flat inverted turn.
I know you always want the airplane to look as good as possible, which we did here.
Yep.
But I'm very much of the other mindset. I want it to fly well.
It's a good combination. You've nailed it on both counts. To me, it looks like a Pitts, but it sounds horrible, but it doesn't fly like a Pitts. It flies a lot nicer. So yeah, good job, Gaz. Let's do a grass field landing, so a little bit of slip to slow it down. Taking a lead from your
3 point?
No, I was trying to stretch it out there. I might go around again. I've got another minute left, I think, so.
Yeah, that was more like a 9 point. I think there were 3.
I was trying to hang it out there because I saw you do it with the gas one, and I've never really, you know, pulled this thing right back to the point where it stalls. I didn't think we could, and watching you do that last landing, it's incredible how friendly it is.
It never really gets upset.
Right?
Oh, you're trying to get, oh, that's
yeah, that's better. I'll take that one. I'll finish it on that one.
Okay.
So everybody, thank you very much for joining us on this Tech Talk. It's always fun doing these when the weather's nice, but even more fun when it's an aeroplane that I enjoy flying as much as this. Gary, thank you for, first of all, designing an absolutely joyous aeroplane to fly and joining us on the Tech Talk. Yeah, hopefully let's onwards and upwards to the next one.
Yep.